Subscribe.
What is color? We first have to understand what is color, how does it work? A lot of people say, well, color is red, orange, yellow, green, but is that really color? How old are you?
10.
10? If they taught me this when I was 10, my life would be very different. So I'm gonna teach this in a way that you're gonna understand it, okay? I will do my best to teach this in the simplest way possible. Okay, so from the beginning.
Thank you.
From the beginning, there was.
So, what is color? Color is not just red, purple, yellow, green. That's how we perceive what we call color. But color for real, scientifically speaking, is an energy. The difference between red and purple is what we call a wavelength. It's the speed that something vibrates at. So red vibrates at a different color than purple. That vibrates at a different frequency, movement, than purple. So when I was 10, they taught me something in school. And they said there's a rainbow. And to remember the colors of the rainbow, they taught us Roy G. Biv. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. And they kind of just stopped there. And I never understood why they just stopped there. Because for a while after that, I just said, wow, the rainbow's a beautiful thing. It's red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. But if we understand the implications of what this is actually saying, when we understand what color is, the way that you live your life moving forward will change forever. The way that you eat will change forever. The music that you listen to will change forever. All the way to the art that you put on your walls. Because if you understand how color impacts your health, then you will use color as a medicine instead of just something that's beautiful. So what color actually is a difference in, the big word is called nanometers. And the spectrum is from 360 nanometers to 720 nanometers. You don't have to know what a nanometer is. That's not the point of what I'm saying over here. I'm just showing you the science behind it. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet goes from 360 on that spectrum all the way to 720. That's your difference between what color is. It's a difference in energy. It's a difference in frequency. Why is that relevant? How many of you have seen, there's actually one right there. There's a person sitting in a meditation pose with 7 circles, 7 energetic points. And those energetic points are labeled by color. And it just so happens to be, and it's not a coincidence, that the order of those colors are red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. Why? Was it just in the Far East they were bored and they wanted to draw a rainbow on a body? Or is there a connection that we're not making because we weren't taught that? And the answer is there's a connection that we're not making that we weren't taught yet. And here's the connection. When you have that human body and you have your 7 points and you have your red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. Each one of these in Eastern medicine represents a different part of the body. The red represents the root, your blood, what connects you to the ground, your feet, your bones, your muscles. The green represents your heart and your lungs. In Western medicine, they call it the cardiovascular system. The blue represents your throat. Emotionally, it's communication. Physically, it's your thyroid. It's your throat. The yellow represents your solar plexus, your digestive system, your intestines, your colon. On the emotional level, things like depression, on the negative side of the spectrum of emotion as we know. Because your body is not just broken up into one thing, it's broken up into two, to simplify it. You have a physical body, and you have an emotional body. So to make this real simple, if we understand that your body is now represented by a map of color, could this map really be telling us that because the heart chakra is green, what that's really telling us is the optimal energy that the heart and the lungs work on is the energy that's expressed in our physical reality as green. That the energy that the digestive system works on is expressed as what we experience as yellow, because yellow is just an energy.
Okay.
And here's the next step that we take it to, which is awesome. Is it possible that yellow foods made by nature are good for your digestive system, are good for mitigating or alleviating depression? And if you Google it, you'll see that bananas, mangoes, lemon, pineapple, all of those things do just that. Once I thought that was a coincidence, I said, let's check another one. So I looked at green, and it just so happens to be that green juice gets all the phlegm out of your lungs. It cleans your lungs. It cleans your heart. It's good for patients with heart disease and prior heart attacks. Specifically asparagus, parsley, cilantro, artichokes. We call them artichoke hearts. There's no coincidences over here. It's because that's what it's good for. So the lesson over here is that color is not something that just happened with no order, because there's an order in this world. Color is used to heal certain parts of the body. And the color of your food, if we know how to speak that language, is a guide that tells us which foods to eat to rebalance which parts of your body. Whatever part of the body you're having a problem with, you're experiencing an imbalance with, look at the real foods, not ones that are made in a laboratory, even if they call them plant-based, those aren't real. Look at your real foods that come out of the ground from this planet as we know it. Because that's the order that we're talking about. Without man-made manipulation, without artificial manipulation. And once you do that, you will see that every single one of those foods with their color will rebalance that part of the body on both the physical level and the emotional level. And there are things that speak about this everywhere that you guys can research. My job is to plant the seed, to say, go start learning about the physical body and what every single one of these actually represent. Go learn about the emotional body and what every single one of these represent. And when you do, it's a very liberating truth. Because suddenly, food becomes your medicine and color becomes your guide. We just forgot how to use it. Subscribe. Hey, thanks for watching this video. There's so much more I'd like to dive into, but unfortunately, we can't do that here thanks to the heavy censorship efforts from big tech. If you want to explore this topic further, you can dive deep by accessing our entire uncensored library on unified.tv. There's a link in the description below this video if you want to check it out. A membership to Unified TV gives you unlimited access to hundreds of uncensored podcasts, investigative journalism, documentaries, films, and content that was once available on major streaming platforms like Netflix, but is now banned from the internet. For just $14.99 a month, which is less than $1 a day, you get access to it all. Your subscription also helps keep the platform running free from censorship and corporate influence. Please consider supporting us and enjoy all of our unfiltered and thought-provoking content in return. Thank you very much, and I will see you on Unified TV.